Good afternoon. So for this video, ang pag-uusapan po natin ay panibagong standard which is PAS number 38 adopted po sa International Accounting Standards with the same number. The title of the standard is all about intangible assets. But before we proceed to the details of the standard, let's just clear things that the objective po of IAS 38 is to identify or specify the accounting treatment for intangible assets not dealt with in another standard. Ibig pong sabihin, mayroong mga ibang standards na nagdi-discuss ng details sa ilang intangible assets. And if covered na po sila ng mga specific standards na yun, hindi na po sila kasama sa coverage ng Intangible Assets PAS number 38. Which means, this standard is not applicable to intangible assets covered by another standard. Ano po yung mga sample ng intangible assets covered by another standard? So, we have po yung mga held for sale under the IFRS 5. We also have yung sa goodwill in terms of business combination, PFRS 3, and then yung mga taxes natin, deferred taxes natin sa PAS 12. Also, hindi rin po covered ng standard na ito yung mga financial assets natin. Okay? Well, financial assets, intangible yan. Pero meron pong specific standard for them like PAS 32, also the PFRS 9. Di rin kasama yung mga development in terms of extraction ng minerals, oil, or gas. Okay, hindi rin po kasama dito yung exploration at saka evaluation assets. Under naman ng PFRS number 6. Alright, so ano yung cover ng standard na ito? Ano ang cover ng PAS number 38? Lahat po ng intangible assets na hindi pinag-usapan or hindi included or covered ng ibang standard. Alright, now let's proceed to the discussion of our PAS number 38. First question is, ano po ba yung intangible assets? Well, in terms of characteristic, ang intangible asset po natin ay characterized by, first, it is identifiable. Okay. Pag sinabi po nating identifiable, how can we identify something na intangible? Kapag po siya ay separable, or pwede mo po siyang ibenta separately from the entity that's identifiable siya. Or if it arises from contract or the law or merong legal rights. The law gives you or it arises from legal rights. Okay? Later on, we will discuss it even clearer, okay? Aside from being identifiable, our intangible assets are non-monetary. Okay? Ibig pong sabihin, not in the form of money, cannot be something na hindi natin mabibigyan ng definite na monetary value. Okay? And also, dahil nga siya ay intangible, wala siyang physical substance, which makes it different from tangible asset like our buildings, machines, equipments. Okay? Kasi wala po siyang physical substance. Now, also, based on the standard, ang atin pong intangible assets, para maklasify siya ng intangible assets, merong essential criteria. Okay? Ano po yung essential criteria natin? The first one is identifiability, which I initially discussed na. Okay? Separable, and it arises from contracts or legal rights. Okay. The other one po is control. Okay, ano po yung control na sinasabi? We are familiar with the word control as you have the power to govern, 'di ba? Kapag intangible ay kapag investments yung pinag-uusapan natin, that's the power to govern. Okay? Now, in the case of intangible assets, yung control po na yan, okay? Yung control na yan, binibigyan ng power yung entity. Ay, by the way, saan ba nanggaling yung control na yan? It came from past event. Anong sample niyan? Halimbawa, nag-apply ka sa appropriate agency in order to have this intangible asset. And that agency gives you the legal right to have the asset. Okay? So, yung control po, giving the entity the power to what? Power to receive or obtain the future economic benefits related to the intangible assets. Okay? At doon po sa power to receive and obtain na yun, there is a restriction on others to receive the same benefit. Okay? Ikaw lamang, yung entity lamang ang merong power to receive whatever benefits will be related to the intangible assets. Okay? And number 3 criteria is the future economic benefits. Pag sinabi nating future economic benefits, that is something na ma-receive mo in the future. Okay? Kaya ka nag-acquire or kaya mo in-acquire itong intangible assets, or kaya ka nag-apply, for example, for this intangible assets, is for you to have economic benefits in the future. Okay? And when we say economic benefits, it comes into different forms. And the most common form is in terms of revenue. Okay? Increasing your revenue because of this intangible assets. But at the same time, the future economic benefit can also come from reduction in cost. Okay? Or yung ating cost savings. Like for example, when you apply for sole right over this particular technology, and this technology has an effect of reducing the cost of production, then that is considered to be the future economic benefits also.